Shalom, it's Let Me Edit the God back with another video. I want to come on here and give you guys a quick story time, or basically a breakdown of my experience buying a car from CarMax. I had a subscriber of mine mention that she wanted to see basically my experience buying from CarMax because she used to be a salesperson there. All right, so I decided to do this video today. Now, basically, let's walk you through a little. Let's go ahead and walk you through my history. So I wanted to get a SCAT pack. Turns out I didn't have enough credit history, so I wasn't able to get approved for that. So after that, I had to decide, okay, I need to get a new car. I need to find someone to approve me. And again, I tried a lot of different things to get approved for the SCAT pack. Tried credit unions, tried this, tried that. Contemplated doing something lines, credit lines, something like that. I tried to do a lot of different things, but it just wasn't meant to be at that point in time. So I decided I need to look for a new car, and I also need to find someone who can approve me, man. I decided, I know basically my family has gotten basically all their cars from CarMax, on my mom's side at least. So I said, let me go ahead and try CarMax and see if they would approve me. So I went online, did the whole little pre-approval thing, and turns out I got a call like a day later, or maybe the same day, talking about I was approved and talking about the numbers, and it was looking very, very, very good. And so I said, okay, finally I got someone that would approve me, and they're talking good numbers. So I decided to go ahead and go with CarMax. So once I found out I can get approved for CarMax and I can get approved for a decent amount of money, I decided to start looking on the CarMax website for different cars. Well, actually no, I went to YouTube and I went to the online forums to see, like, okay, what kind of car would I like to get, since I cannot get the SCAT pack. And so basically I ended up settling upon the FRS. Now, there were a few cars I was looking at, and this has nothing to do with the CarMax story, but I was looking at the Genesis Coupe, I was looking at the FRS, and I was looking at the old Mustang body, so like the 2010 to 2014 Mustangs. I would have gotten the Mustang, but the only thing was the insurance was ridiculous. The insurance was like $500 a month, which was a little bit, I was going to be paying $400 a month for the car, but paying $500 a month for the insurance. So I decided not to get the Mustang, and I landed upon the Scion FRS. Now, so once I got pre-approved for the cars, I started looking on CarMax every day, every single day. I would set the filter to nationwide. I wanted to get everything that CarMax had, and then eventually ended up finding this one right here. It was in Salt Lake City, Utah, I believe. Sitting on the CarMax lot, I was there. So this brings me to my next point. When I found the car, I said I like it, I want to get it. I look at the Carfax, everything was looking good. It wasn't really a car that was owned in Salt Lake City, Utah. It was owned in Las Vegas, which is important to me because I didn't want it to be in Utah and have rust and have all kind of things like that from the snow. So it was actually a Vegas car that's, I guess somebody may have moved to Salt Lake City, Utah, and said, this is not a good car for the snow. Let me go ahead and sell it to CarMax while I can. That's what I assume happened. Or it just got shipped there for any random reason. But I had to get it shipped out here to my CarMax. And the CarMax that I went to is out here in Los Angeles. So I actually had to pay to get it shipped to the CarMax in Los Angeles. I had to pay 150 bucks. And that is non-refundable. It doesn't go towards the payment of the car. It's just you pay the money to get it shipped to you, and now it's shipped to you at your CarMax. And once you go ahead and put in the order for it to be shipped, it is your car. Basically, like, they're holding it for you. They take it off the website and everything, so no one else can try to go ahead and get it shipped to them, or no one else can try to buy the car while you're already getting it shipped to you. So I did get it shipped from Salt Lake City, Utah. I spent 150 bucks doing that. The experience with shipping was okay. It took a pretty long time for it to get here, and really the problem was the communication with the dealership itself. So I'm not going to say the name of the dealership that I did go to. Well, I went to CarMax, but I'm not going to say the specific location in which I went to, but it was one out here in Los Angeles. So the problem was the communication wasn't very good in the beginning. I was the one that had to continue to reach out. Is the car in yet? Okay, and like, actually the car ended up being in, and I wasn't even alerted that it was in. But so I had to keep reaching out to the dealership and things like that, and then I had to reach out to find out that it was there, and then I had to reach out to say, okay, where can I come and get it? And they said, okay, we gotta do this and do that. So that was very, very annoying, and that's just my particular dealership that I went to. I can't attest that every dealership was gonna be like that, but that was my experience, and I didn't like that very much. But anyway, the car gets shipped, and I'll say it took around 2 weeks for it to get here from Utah, which didn't really make that much sense because Utah is just 2 states over. But took a little while for it to get here. Got here, then I had to hound the dealership to find out when is it gonna be ready, this and that. But the car arrives, and that goes on to step number 2. Once the car arrived and it said it's available, okay, I went in and I set an appointment to test drive it, to look at it, and to make sure it fit my standards. And that's pretty much what I did. I came in one day, met with a really nice sales lady. I can't remember her name at this moment in time, but she was very nice and she helped me out quite a bit. And so we test drove the car, nice little quick test drive. It rolled good and everything like that. Then I went ahead and looked at the body of it, looked at the interior. I just did all my checks, you know, to make sure that it was fitting my standards, make sure there was nothing obvious that was like, okay, nah, I can't get this car, even though I want it so bad. Everything checked out, everything was pretty solid. So from that point on, and I basically, the day that I bought it was the day that I saw it, basically. So did everything like that, checked the car, went ahead and said, all right, let's get it done. So went inside, did all the paperwork, and pretty much the paperwork took a little while, mostly because I had to do some finagling. I'm a finagling type of individual, so I did some finagling, boom, okay. Make sure everything was legit, make sure everything was right. And then we signed the paperwork, and give them the down payment. The down payment was actually made using my debit card, which is pretty interesting. I didn't know you can do that. So that is an option with CarMax, and maybe with other dealerships, is you can use your debit card to make the down payment. Me personally, I did have to call my bank and say, hey, can you extend the limit of my debit card, so that, because I want to do this and this, and they said, yes sir, we can do that. So you're gonna want to just, if you want to use your debit card to make a down payment, you can do that. You're just gonna want to call your bank or your financial institution and let them know what exactly you're planning to do. So did that, got the paperwork signed, called around, got insurance. Once I got insurance, they washed the car for me, they did everything for me, boom boom boom, bring the car around, and that was it, man. It pretty painless, pretty simple process. Once the car was here, it was easy. Getting the car from another dealership to this dealership that I was working with was a difficult part, but overall, I would say a positive experience with CarMax. The car has been performing very well for me as of lately. There was one thing that I wanted to fix, which was a bumper. It's a part where it's a little bit misaligned. Had an appointment scheduled, missed the appointment, and now I can't really go to CarMax just for the fact that this whole coronavirus is going on. I can't really go to CarMax just because it has this whole pandemic is going on around the world. And so they have closed their service centers. I believe they closed their service centers or something like that. So I'm not sure. If I can still make an appointment, that's something I might do. But also I'm not trying to get exposed to this virus or anything like that. So I'm just kind of keeping it calm for now. But yeah, so that's my experience buying a car from CarMax. Would I recommend it? Yeah, it was a good experience, man. They approved me even though no one else would. They gave me good numbers, solid numbers. And the APR is going to be higher if you are a first-time buyer with very little credit. But again, I plan on refinancing the car pretty much when I'm making up payments to do so. Other than that, man, I want you to leave any questions that you may have about CarMax or about buying a car from CarMax in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them based off of my experience. But yeah, man, that's my experience. I'll have a car tour of this. I have a review of this car. It's gonna be linked somewhere up here if you want to check it out. And I also have other videos about this car. I have a 2013 Scion FRS if you're interested. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna be posting a lot more videos on this channel about this car. Alright, so regardless, leave a like on this video, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit up tunemycar.com and put your car on the shirt. Doesn't matter what car you got, we can put it on the shirt. Alright, so other than that, man, I'll see you later.